In this Fish for Fun video, I go fishing with one of my viewers. Jared called me about 2 years ago and noticed that I did the same type of multi-species trolling that he does, and he wanted to go fishing with me and offered to take me out. So of course I jumped on that and we had a great time. Well, today we're getting back together again, and I know we're going to have another great time. So come along with us and let's see if Jared and I can catch some fish. Looks like a good one.
Decent. 12-incher.
Are you wanting fish today, Jared? You want to keep some?
It doesn't matter to me. There we go.
All right, nice one. What'll it go? 13 inches?
13, yeah, 13 and a half. Here, it looks bigger that way.
Now it's 14.
There we go.
We were marking several fish in the cove, but they were pretty deep to try to catch on crankbaits. That's a crappie.
Yep.
Just about the time we start talking about leaving, right?
You got one sitting over there or not?
Yeah, I think I have. Let's go ahead and land yours and then I'll work with mine. Nice crappie. All right, I'll turn this over to you. See if that one's still on there. Yeah, I think it is. This don't feel like much. Does it feel big and mean?
It's crappie. It's on the surface of it. Yep.
It's almost in that same spot every time, isn't it?
It is. Opposite of the line.
That's a good crappie.
Yeah, he lost the front hook, so hopefully this is enough.
Oh yeah, boy. Oh man, automatic release. Here's the fish, and there's the guy that caught it.
Barely caught it.
He's not coming up, so probably got another white bass. Little walleye.
Little one, whatever it is.
That's a little crappie, isn't it?
I think so.
Black crappie.
Or is it a white? It's kind of got the barring.
Is it white?
I think it's a male white.
Male white.
Colors on.
Yeah, it sure is. Is everything I catch going to be foul hooked?
And white bass.
I keep looking for something that will come to the top. Maybe that is what those little specks we're seeing on the screen.
White bass.
Yeah. is though. Little guy. Another white bass. That's what that is.
Yeah.
That we're picking those off of the top. No, that's
Walleye.
that's another little walleye.
Right in the middle of the cove in deep water.
Yep. Can you believe it?
That's kind of odd. You know what they're doing, don't you?
They're following none of them white bass. I worked as an industrial engineer for 8 years.
Yeah.
And then the National Defense Education Act come along. They tried to recruit people out of industry into education.
Yeah.
And they paid for my master's and doctor's degree. All I had to do was work a stipend agreement out with them.
White.
I had to teach part-time
Yeah.
at Missouri University while I was working out my... That might be a crappie.
The way it's acting, I think so. It's just not real big, but just... Yep. And this one actually is a black crappie. Look at it.
Yeah. At least we got two at a time here.
Yep, I can get hold of it. Make it stop bouncing.
Yeah. The two big ones have caught more fish. Maybe I'll put big ones all the way around, you think?
Maybe. Yeah, it's crappie too.
Uh-oh, didn't look like crappie though. Well, it does now.
I'm going to try to keep it on top so it doesn't be down to the line, but I think it's a little white again. I really do.
Yep, another white.
A little one.
We got something on. It looks like a crappie.
Pretty small.
Pretty small though. We're catching several fish, but we're not catching anything very big. We're catching a lot of white bass. Well, we caught 4 at a time here, but they're all these little guys. Well, we caught several fish in that cove, but a lot of them were small, and we were getting tired of fishing the same water over and over, so we headed down to a different cove. It is, though. Little guy.
Another little white bass.
Looks like another white bass, yeah.
Be my guess.
They must have had a good spawn about 2 years ago.
Right?
It's pretty narrow down here, so you might want to watch that. Well, it's up toward the top.
You got a fish over here too.
Yeah, you've got one on there.
Another white. Wrap around.
There you go.
I think this is actually crappie.
You got a crappie on yours. That's a good one. Yeah.
Fighting a little bit, but a little better one.
Maybe a walleye too.
I would say it wouldn't be out of the middle of the cove, but that's been the trend today, huh? So you never know. Hope it's not over the other line, but I think it is. It's staying down. What pound test line is this?
10 pound. I put 8 on them, on a lot of them, but those particular two have 10 on it.
Across the outside line. top of the head.
Every time you come over across one line, you find another line, don't you?
Yeah.
I got it.
There we go.
Well, it's not feeling like I want it to. Might be a crappie.
Might be, but I think it is, isn't it? Yeah.
Uh-huh. Not a bad one.
Even the white bass have been catching.
I'm not liking how this one's not coming. Hey, there, I believe it's coming. I still think it's a white, though.
You're right. Small amount on it. Small
Well, is it not even that small?
No, it's not.
That's a crappie.
Yeah, it's a decent one too. Feels like.
You're getting a lot of crappies on that crappie on that right-hand side. What color's on that?
That's that kind of natural shad color.
Yeah, okay. That's just a hot color right now. All right. Good one.
Call it a natural shad, you know. It's
Yeah.
one of those
Sometimes the
little
crappie won't pull as hard until you start reeling them in.
little lures. All it's caught so far is white bass. We'll see that change.
Yep, another little white bass.
I think it is.
The only problem with these white bass is they're not big enough for my cat.
Right? They're tiny.
I'm trying to force it, make it come up and be a crappie, but it's not happening.
Staying down. There's the walleye. No, it's a crappie.
It is a crappie, by golly.
It's a big one.
He
too.
didn't want to come up, did he?
No, barely hooked. Get him in.
Automatic release.
Yep. Big guy. Bet that one's 12.5 inches.
All right. How far down are we? We doing all right?
I'd go ahead and turn it.
Yeah, I would. That's 23 feet. So.
Way back.
This is easier for me because I can stand here and watch this than it is to use the electric trolling motor.
Yeah.
And I do about 50-50.
Yeah.
If I'm trolling jigs, I'd be using that for sure.
You don't ever stand back here and just use the remote to guide it though?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, I do that. But I find that someplace in the 2 to 2.5 range is where I catch the most fish.
Really?
To tell you the truth, I catch most of my fish in at about 2.5. And a lot of, like the other day, we speeded up and started catching them. My philosophy of this is that anytime you're using crankbaits for crappie, you're going after reaction strikes.
Yep.
And you know, if I do that like that at you, you're going to do that. Well, the only difference between us and a crappie is crappie don't have any arms.
Yep.
So he's got to do it with this. And when I go at 2.5, I catch a lot of fish with the hooks on the outside of his mouth. And that tells me that I'm getting a reaction strike. Boy, I tell you what, this has turned out being so much better day than I afraid it would be.
Yeah.
I thought.
Not too bad. White bass.
Didn't take him long to go out and find him another one, though. How does it do that?
Well, what a wonderful day this turned out to be. Jared and I were afraid that we wouldn't catch much at all because the lake was 7 foot high from rains earlier in the week, but we didn't do too bad. We caught several fish. We didn't film very many of the white bass, and most of the fish were small, but we had a great time. And off camera, we had a great time. We took a break, and Jared took me up the lake and showed me some new water that I want to fish later on. And then we swung by the campground and visited with his wife and his daughter and one of his friends. So all in all, this was just a great day. And Jared is such a great person to fish with. It was a real joy. I hope you enjoyed coming along too, and we'll see you next week.